Shorty, come talk to me.
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 Shorty, come talk to me. Shorty, come talk to me. Shorty, come talk to me. Shorty, come talk to me.
Shorty, come talk to me.
Shorty, come talk to me.
Shorty, come talk to me.
Shorty, come talk to me. Shorty, come talk to me. Shorty, come talk to me. Hello, how you doing? Nice to meet you. How you doing? I was thinking brunch, maybe pizza. I'm just tryna kick it like FIFA. Elevate your mental on another level. Fly you to the end of the earth. Your ex-guy never knew where you were.
What it do? It's your girl El.
It's your boy Drew.
We are back with another
banging ass reaction. Y'all know how we do when we come down ripping that H-time. Know what I'm talking about?
Straight up.
Real talk.
Alright, so we got a little something a little different. We like basketball. It's basketball season, getting real heated. Team LeBron, Team
Real
Lakers,
talk.
know what I'm talking
Gang,
about. We Team Houston too. I'm just playing, just the Lakers.
I'm a LeBron fan.
I love Houston, but
I'm from the A, but I'm a LeBron fan.
but we're gonna be reacting to the 500-pound monster NBA players fear. Like, I had never seen this guy because I didn't follow N1 like that.
Yeah.
But this is like a big deal for history, period. And I do know that he did pass away.
Dang.
So rest in peace to him. But we're gonna take a look at this video and react to it and see what this 500-pound monster. I think they say he was 6'10". That's a big dude.
Dang.
Yeah, we gonna see what he was about and how he was handling that rock. So let's see. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe.
That's very important.
Tap that notification bell. Send everybody our way.
Tell them we the next up because we the best up.
And that's on Indie Game.
Big facts.
All right, so let's get into it.
This is the biggest guy the world has ever seen touch a basketball. Is it even legal for this dude to be 6'10", 500 pounds and play basketball? This is a man so powerful even LeBron would be afraid. Moving around the court like Steph, with handles like Iverson. To be honest, I've never seen anything like Troy Escalade Jackson.
Oh, it's Escalade.
What?
How in the world was he that size
Dang.
but that active?
I don't know, but Escalade, he been with N1 for a while.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I know who he is now. Yeah, I just didn't know he's from Escalade. Yeah.
Escalade. Wow.
Mhm.
That's a big dude. I would be scared to get fouled or anything by him.
Man.
Ooh, you just might as well just play dead on the court.
They got some good.
You probably never heard of Troy. You've definitely heard of his older brother, Mark Jackson, former NBA star and current NBA commentator. How is it that 6'1" Mark was able to make it to the league, but not Troy? And that's just the first question that popped into my head. How does someone even get to 500 pounds and then stay not just mobile, but be also incredibly athletic?
Yeah.
How do you function in society being this big? Like, what kind of toilet does this dude sit on? Troy Escalade Jackson is one.
For real, like
That's
a big man.
That's talent. That's a gift. And I didn't know that his brother was Mark Jackson. You know Mark Jackson?
No, I didn't know that was his brother.
Yeah, Mark Jackson used to coach for the Steph Curry them. So,
That would be really, to me, I would be kind of depressed because, like, he obviously can't control how big he is. If that's like a disorder or something like that. For you to, he's active.
and
he's
that's
active.
good because a lot of people like that size are not active at all. Like real tall. I'm talking about that boy was with the rock. Go, come here. Go, come here.
I'm just amazed. Like,
One of the most fascinating people in all of sports history, and it's time we answer all of these questions and more. Troy was always a man destined for the NBA. Falling in love with basketball at around 10 years old, he practiced and played day and night at Rucker Park in Harlem. And while he was just a chunky kid having fun playing ball, his brother Mark was well on his way to the NBA. In fact, when Troy was just 14 years old, their family hit the lottery when Mark was drafted 18 in the 1987 NBA draft, completely changing Troy's life in the direction it was headed. Imagine being a 14-year-old with a brother in the NBA. How many big...
that's cool.
Lit.
If my brother was in the NBA, I was like, front row seats.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get in the front.
Court
Let me
side.
get that court side.
Mm-hmm.
Waiter, I need a drink.
Yeah, let me get a Modelo.
And some popcorn, please.
Big Macs would you order? Because Troy started ordering a lot. At this point, Troy was already a pretty spoiled kid, being the youngest of 6 siblings. But now with a brother in the NBA making millions, a lot of the motivation Troy had was gone. His family already made it, and he was practically set for life. So instead of focusing on getting in shape, preparing for the NBA, scouting out colleges, or even pestering his older brother for NBA advice, Troy decided he'd rather put on a show down at Rucker Park. And that's exactly what he did.
Oh my goddess, yeah, she the hottest. That's plain and simple. I'll bring.
Ain't nothing wrong with that now. I mean,
he did his own thing.
And I get it. Like, look, I look at it like this with Beyonce and Solange. Solange has to take a lot of flack because she's Beyonce's sister.
Right.
Like, can you get?
I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to help you out.
Okay.
Struggling with it.
Okay. Anyway, commercial. But yeah, like Solange takes a lot of flack because she's Beyonce's sister. Everybody compare her to a sister, and she can to me, but to other people she can't be great and reach her full potential because everybody compares. So some people just be like, I don't want to do all that. My brother got it, so y'all not gonna respect me anyway.
I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna do what I want to do. Like,
right.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna stay in my lane.
Yup, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Don't knock your Holy Spirit if I bless the temple. I slow it down. I don't lose one-on-one.
Throughout Troy's next 4 years of high school, he wasn't focused on making it to the NBA. He was focused on showing off and really just flexing on all these kids a quarter of his size. By his senior year of high school, approximately 1,000 Big Macs later, Troy hit his peak size, standing at 6'10" and weighing well over 500 pounds. Although Troy really had put no focus into making it to the NBA, his size alone had attracted scouts to come watch him play. Not in your typical high school games, but down at Rucker Park. Being 6'10", 500 pounds doesn't leave you with a lot of options. It's not like Troy could go work in an office job.
Facts, like, but again, they was already set. His brother already made it to the NBA, so.
He his own person. I respect that. When you your own person, yeah.
How tall is Mark?
6'1".
What? So how tall is their parents?
I don't know.
How did this man end up being 6'10"? It's like he had a growth. It's like a growth disorder. You know how people just can't stop growing?
But sometimes it don't be the parents though. It be like the grandparents or great uncle or stuff like that.
Down the line, that's true.
But in a cubicle, he couldn't even walk through the door. So when he was offered a full ride scholarship to Wallace Community College in Selma, Alabama, he felt like he had to take it. What else could he do other than make it to the NBA? Proving there was more than enough room for a 500-pound player in college, Troy performed well past expectations. While he wasn't playing at the highest levels of college ball, Troy's complete disregard for the multiple defenders on him solidified a long-term spot on the roster, finally catching the eye of a Division I school after he received all-region honors as a sophomore. Troy was approached with another full-ride scholarship to the University of Louisville under the
Wow.
That's lit.
For real.
Got my boy messed up. I'm telling that boy balling. Oh, come here. Come here. Pick your face up.
Boy got some full rides. That's good.
vision of legendary coach Denny Crum. Troy's scholarship was not without its conditions, essentially stating he had to replace the Big Macs with salads. Troy was expected to drop well below the 400-pound mark, a weight he hadn't seen since his early high school days back at Rucker Park. This, along with being placed on a team whose style of play was more structured than anything he had ever experienced before, Troy's production plummeted. No longer having extra weight to put to use, he was now a big man on a roster who frankly saw him as a freak. Playing only 20 games over his 2-year stint in Louisville, the only thing Troy gained from his experience was a bachelor's degree in communications.
So once he lost the weight, it kind of took his groove.
Yeah.
That's crazy as hell. But it be like that because you used to being a certain way for so long.
Yeah, that is.
But the fact that he even tried to lose the weight is good, because he could have been like, nah, I'm gonna just go back to doing what I normally do.
Yeah, he was motivated, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to be great though, so I respect it.
Yeah.
And down on his luck, Troy turned to the one thing he loved more than being at Rucker Park. His love for the McDonald's Big Mac.
Oh,
going to the same McDonald's he had gone to as a kid in Harlem. Troy was out of college, back in town, and back on his way to 500 pounds.
Look at all them shakes.
With time on his hands, Troy quickly found himself a spot playing with the Harlem Globetrotters.
Okay.
Now, Troy would only play alongside them for a brief period, but he had no idea that his next big opportunity was just around the corner. While Troy was
See, I didn't know he played for Harlem Globetrotters.
Me
I've
either.
actually seen the Harlem Globetrotters play before. And it's entertainment, and I think that's where he fits in. Like, some people are more with the tricks and the fancy stuff versus the technicality of the game and, you know, scoring and all that stuff. So I respect that kind of stuff. The N1 and Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah, real talk.
busy dunking on some 100-pound kids down at Rucker Park. Right down the street was a small sports gear company, a company known as N1. Now, at the time, N1 was in its infancy, and as a company, they were looking for any way to market their sports apparel. And that's when a tape landed on their desk, showing off some local street ball highlights.
Hold on, is it me or is the quality of N1 shoes just not the same no more? Because N1s used to be the thing to wear, like when I was in middle school. And when I buy N1s for my kids, they scuff them up, they tear them up quick. Like, is there a difference now? Or
Be the thing to wear well.
when I was in middle school, everybody had N1s, and it was a specific pair that everybody had. A lot of people was wearing N1s. Y'all wasn't wearing N1s?
I mean, they was, but I wasn't wearing them though.
Oh.
I wasn't wearing them. I was wearing Pro Wings and stuff. I was
Well, that's
everything. You know
good.
what I'm saying?
That's a
Like,
personal.
You know, I'm just saying though.
But I mean, the quality is just not the same. Like, if you used to wear N1s back in the day, comment below and let me know if you feel like it's different, because these shoes are tearing up quick, and those shoes back then look real like high quality, top dollar shoe.
Quickly realizing the unlimited potential in New York's forgotten street ball legends, N1 became known across New York not for their appeal, but for their street ball tapes. Starting out as a gimmicky tape, N1 Mixtape Volume 1 was given out if you bought $100 of apparel. And people were quick to line up and down the street like this tape was a new Supreme drop. N1 immediately realized they had struck gold here, organizing an N1 tour that promoted the company's image, establishing rosters by season like any other former league would. N1 broke into significance after scoring airtime on ESPN in the early 2000s.
I ain't gonna lie, that N1 was interesting to watch. What's the white guy?
The Professor.
I liked him.
Yeah,
that
he
was
was lit,
my
y'all.
favorite.
Him, it was the Professor, Spider, Hot Sauce, Ayo, Skip to My Lou, Escalade. You had 50-50. He had a vertical inch of 50.
He what?
He had his vertical was a 50. Like, that's like amazing.
Wow.
Michael Jordan vertical was 48.
Wow.
Yeah,
See what I'm saying? Like, it be talent over there. It do.
it's crazy.
It just so happened to be the time Troy Escalade Jackson jumped on the scene, making a crater-like impact that rose N1 to national recognition. Troy's instant popularity amongst fans as the lovable giant made him a staple of the league's subsequent tours, joining up with the team the same year as ball handling legend and now YouTuber, The Professor. Troy found...
What? The Professor on YouTube? Hold on. Let me find his YouTube.
Nah, I
page.
came across him on YouTube. We do have a YouTube.
You never said it.
I didn't know that you was into N1 though. Like,
Really?
No.
I probably never said that I like N1.
Yeah, you never told me you liked N1.
Yeah, I'm kind of a tomboy, y'all. I'm not really like, I'm girly, but I got a dude side too.
She been working on that shot though. You know, she been working on it, getting a little stronger. She working on that rig. Woo.
Found an unlikely friend in the 5'10", 150-pound point guard. With Troy's presence, N1 quickly started expanding from New York to Miami, Philly, DC, and eventually across the nation. N1's success is almost exclusively owed to the 500-pound ball handling monster. And just like that, N1 took the nation by storm, selling out arenas. Thousands of fans lined up eagerly to see just how Escalade can move up and down the court like a Ferrari, reaching an all-time peak in popularity in 2005.
That's a big
Troy had
dude. Look at him.
Boy, working.
That's a big man.
Yeah.
I ain't even trying to get fouled, push,
Just
elbow.
like that.
Coach, let me sit out.
Yeah.
He hit me in my eye.
Lit.
I'm out.
the impossible when he and the Professor made the cover of Sports Illustrated, a cover that historically was reserved for only the most legendary athletes. was now dominated by someone who survived strictly off of Big Macs. As the biggest recorded player in history to pick up a basketball, Troy was easy to spot, and he impressed all who saw him. But as the years would go on, Troy became caught up in the image he had created for himself, the lovable giant. I mean, just to put his popularity in perspective, this is a guy who was more well-known playing in a discount league than actual NBA players. Troy could walk into any club in the country and get VIP treatment, literally.
I mean, why not?
Real
You
talk.
a celebrity. NBA star, D-League, whatever, overseas, it don't matter. You a celebrity.
Tell me why he remind me of like a Hawk right here, or dang, Big Pokey.
Yeah, he does.
Like in this
he
picture right
do
here.
look like Hawk or Big Post.
Yeah, real talk.
Only if you from Asia, you
H-Time
know
legends,
exactly
you know what I'm
what we
saying?
talking
Yeah.
about. Definitely look like he was sipping syrup and jamming screw.
Guys playing for legit NBA teams would go unnoticed. His size, his ability, his personality all played a role in becoming the fan favorite he was. And everything that made him so great also led to his biggest tragedy. Despite his talent, there was no escaping the inevitable. Growing older in age, Troy's weight issues came knocking. Of all his teammates, it would be the professor that had noticed Troy's weight was no longer helping him in the same way it used to. Instead, it was now slowing him down. Worried about how Troy's weight was affecting his performance and ability to play throughout the season, the professor tried nudging Troy into a healthier lifestyle.
Oh my God.
He fell out. Dang.
Oh my God. I was not expecting to see
I wasn't
that.
expecting that either, man. Stuff like that is scary, man.
Ooh, that scared the mess out of me. And see, like I said, it's raining.
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't followed M1 that long to know everything and all the players.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that this happened. And that's why, I mean, and there are some very, very tall people and big people who are healthy as far as like being active, but that weight, like all that fat, it clogs your arteries
and all
it's
of
around
that.
your heart, and
Yeah.
everything just has to work way harder because it's just not functioning the way it should. So
Yeah.
I encourage everybody, because I've been in the gym, I've been working out because I haven't been feeling my best self. I gained weight and I'm trying to lose that weight because I got high blood pressure and all that stuff in my family, so I don't want to be next, you know what I mean? So you got to care about yourself.
To keep the weight off that he would lose during the summer, the professor went to his brother Mark for help. Having always known Troy as the biggest kid in town, Mark wasn't surprised. Agreeing that Escalade was just always going to be Escalade, the two decided to just accept the fact that Troy just wasn't interested in losing weight. And how could he be? Troy's entire success story gravitated around the fact he was such a great baller at his weight, doing things no one thought possible. Placed in a position to double down and continue his career at his weight, or listen to his body at the risk of losing it all.
And see, that's the blessing and the curse of it, because yeah, you are supposed to be confident and you're supposed to love yourself, but you also have to want better for yourself too. Even if people love you for who you are,
Facts.
you still have to want the best for your body so you can be here. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I don't think anybody just wants to die young or die early.
Yeah, real talk.
So-
The goal is to die old.
Yeah, live a long life,
Yes.
see your great grandkids if you can. Like,
Yeah.
Troy made the decision many of us would. After years of abuse, his body had finally reached a breaking point. In 2011, while in the middle of promoting an upcoming street ball tour, Troy unexpectedly died in his sleep at the age of 38. Having just passed his physical to play with the Ball Up tour, Troy's death came as a huge surprise to everyone but himself. Diagnosed with hypertensive heart disease, Troy's inability to lose the weight when he needed to had come full circle.
yeah.
And just like that, the sports world lost one of its most fascinating characters, redefining what it meant to be a sports entertainer. Troy's impact on basketball is one that will never be forgotten. He would
Wow. So he passed at 38. That's young.
In his sleep.
And I know some of y'all are kids, but 30 is not old.
Yeah.
I'm 30.
Real talk.
So, I'm not old.
And he passed away in 2011.
Oh, okay, 2011.
Yeah.
In his sleep, though. In his sleep. So he obviously had some type of either heart attack or stroke in
Yeah.
his sleep.
They
So,
said a heart disease.
Yeah, he had hypertension. That's high blood pressure.
Yeah.
So.
He's clearly a man with the connections, skill, drive, and talent to make it to the NBA and beyond. But at the end of the day, Troy followed what he truly loved until the day he died, being the lovable giant that really just wanted to entertain. If you've enjoyed this video, then we're sure you'll enjoy the next one. Click on right now and enjoy.
That was really awesome to watch. I learned something about Troy Escalade.
I learned a lot. I knew who he was. I knew who he was when they said Escalade. You know,
Yeah.
you know, all the M1 players, they go by their nickname. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But I didn't know Mark Jackson was his brother though.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have expected that, and that just goes to show, like, there's always something you can learn.
Yep,
There's always
always
something you can watch to get to know other people. I enjoy watching it. Maybe we should start reacting to some N1.
I feel like we should. You know what I'm saying?
That would be cool. I'm down. I love basketball. I love football too. I told y'all I'm not really a super girly girl like y'all might think I am, but we gonna do that. We gonna do that. Comment below what y'all want to see us react to as far as some N1 content.
Real talk. You know, we like to react to like stuff that's like popping, y'all.
Right.
You feel me?
And
like,
different.
Yeah, it's different. You know what I'm
Right, and
saying?
entertaining.
Not the same thing.
Right.
Over and over.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for your support. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe.
That's very important.
Tap that notification bell. Send everybody our way. Tell them we the next up because we the best up. And that's on E&D Gang.
Big facts.
All right. So until next time.
Peace.
Love don't cost a thing. You just what I need. Can I be the air you breathe? You everything and in between. Let's take a ride through the night. Pop champagne if you like. Finest thing that I seen in sight. And I ain't going out without a fight, no.